Check this out. This is BetaFPV's Cetus X kit. This is a kit that comes with everything you need: goggles, controller, drone, batteries, charger, extra props, everything you need all in one. This is kind of BetaFPV's top tier whoop in their growing Cetus line, and this is great for both beginners and seasoned FPV pilots. Alright, so let's start off with a quick unboxing. In the box you get this nice carrying case that holds everything. We'll zip it open, and inside, right on top, you have a quick start guide. This is pretty much just a user manual. Over on this side, we have the drone that's held in with this little Velcro strap. So here it is. You got 2 batteries on board. Up above where the drone was, we have this little pouch, and in here you have another set of batteries. We have a charger, a USB-C cable, and you get a bag with some spare props, a little prop removal tool, looks like a screwdriver, and there's a USB port in there as well. Over on this side, we have the goggles. We got a goggle strap. We have the goggles right here. These are the new VO3 goggles, and these have an antenna on the side, and these are a nice upgrade from the VO2. I'm going to cover the specs on this in a bit. And underneath the goggles, we have the controller. And we have the Light Radio 3. I'll cover the specs on this in a bit as well. So BetaFPV's Cetus line of drones have always been very durable since it has the ducts around the propellers, so I expect this one to not be any different than the other ones. Real quick size comparison between the Cetus X and the Cetus Pro. As you can see, this one's a little bit bigger and this one is going to be better at freestyle. This is currently BetaFPV's top tier drone in the Cetus line. I just did a review on their recent Cetus Lite drone, which is aimed at complete beginners, and if you're interested in that video, I'll leave a link to that right up here. So the Cetus X has an all-in-one 12 amp f4 flight controller that has a 2.4 gigahertz ELRS receiver built right in. It's capable of 2S and is actually configured to take 2 of these 450 1-cell batteries. And this is really nice because if you're upgrading from something like a Cetus Pro like this, it takes the exact same batteries, so you can take this battery and then you stack it on top of the other one that you have for your Cetus Pro, and you can use it on the Cetus X. Up top we have the FPV camera and the VTX, and the camera that's on this one is the CO4 FPV camera, which is basically a Caddx Ant, and then right behind that we have the MO4 video transmitter. It's kind of tough to see, but this is the antenna for that. This is capable of 400 milliwatts, so you will get some pretty decent range out of it. I really like that they added a variable camera angle to this one. This is something that I wish was on the other Cetus FPV drones, so it's nice that they've included it at least on this higher end model. With the 400 milliwatt VTX and the 2.4 gigahertz ELRS receiver on this thing, you should get some pretty solid range out of it. The motors that are on here are BetaFPV's 1103 11,000 kV brushless motors, and the props are 4-blade GemFan props. So let's take a look at the goggles. The goggles that are included are BetaFPV's new VO3 goggles, and these are very similar to the VO2 goggles, except these have an adjustable antenna on the side, and these ones have DVR built in. So on these goggles, you'll be able to record your flights. I am excited to try these out. Honestly, as far as box goggles go, their VO2 goggles were pretty solid, so I imagine these ones are going to be just as good, if not better. The built-in battery charges through this USB-C port on the side. Right next to that you have the power button. Up top we have these buttons right here that are going to change the video channel, and then right here is what you'll click to record your flights. Just note that you do need to get your own micro SD card. This doesn't come with one. Next, let's take a look at the controller that's included in this kit. This is the Light Radio 3 transmitter, and this has a 2.4 gigahertz ELRS module built right in. Not only that, but on the back here, there's a Nano TX bay, so you could throw on one of BetaFPV's Nano ELRS modules if you wanted to increase range. I'm not going to go over how to set this up in this video, but in order to use this external Nano bay, you're going to have to set it up in BetaFPV's configurator. Another noticeable difference between this controller and BetaFPV's older Light Radio 2, which is this one, is the switches on top. On the Light Radio 2, they have these metal switches that kind of poke out, and I have actually broken these switches before. On the Light Radio 3, you have 2 buttons back here, and then you have 2 3-way switches right on top. Overall, I think this type of design really does help a lot with storage. I have noticed that when I'm putting this one in the container, I have to put it in first like that so that these switches are kind of going underneath the headset, whereas this one just kind of slides right in. All right, so real quick before we hop outside and get to some flight footage, this button right here is the arm switch. This is the beeper. This switch right here is linked to the flight modes. So when it's in this position, right like this is angle mode, in the middle is horizon, and then all the way up is air mode. So I'll probably just keep it in air mode. And then this switch right here controls turtle mode. So if you land upside down, you can flick it into this right here, arm it, and then when you start flicking this, the drone will actually flip itself over. All right, so let's take this outside and see how it flies. All right, so another very solid kit from BetaFPV. All of that footage that you just saw was recorded on the V03 goggles that were included in this kit. This drone is great for indoor and outdoor flying, but it's probably more so meant for outdoor flying. It's good with freestyle for its size. I'll probably play with the tune a little bit, but it really doesn't fly too bad. The frame and ducts are solid and it held up in multiple crashes. All of the Cetus line FPV drones that I've tested are very durable. This is a very thick plastic and it's not really, I can't imagine this is gonna break in many crashes. BetaFPV has a whole line of Cetus FPV kits like this, and each one is geared towards different skill levels. I'll leave a link to this kit down below as well as some of the other ones that I've reviewed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave the video a like, and if you have any questions about the Cetus X kit, leave a comment down below. Oh hey, you're still watching this video? Check this out. It's a little mount I made for this. Holds a RunCam thumb. Clips onto the back here, and then screws into those holes. And you got a RunCam thumb on top of your Cetus X, and it weighs like 100 grams. Still kind of working on this mount, but this is going to be in a future video, so keep an eye out.